Stop my card with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a back by the end. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full run, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly Tre. What's good?
Yes, cuz all good. Obviously, big up to Tony Ellis in the chats. He's obviously ready for this show, and cuz I'm ready to do this show as well because we've had a championship triple header, we've had 2 and stills, and we've had 1 and the new. Cuz the title of the show is Tank is Back. The midnight train is delayed, and we've obviously got the and the new. But cuz before we get into the show, hopefully you're blessed, hopefully you're good, and hopefully you are ready to get this on, of course. Obviously, Saka's saying, are you lagging? No, hopefully he's all right. It should be all right once things just settles down and whatnot. But cuz, Jams has been ready for the show as well, and he's obviously saying, big up England, should be a big one. And Thunder Road, big up to you as well, salute. Obviously, RIP to Kevin Campbell as well, absolute legend. Cuz, let's get down to business. Tremendous show yesterday, man. Like, tremendous events. Big up to all the fighters, man. Big up to all the warriors. They obviously did a tremendous job.
Hold on, can you see me well here? Am I lagging or?
You're good, cuz. You're good. You're good, don't worry, you're good.
Where do we start? Boy, oh boy, Sellers Park.
Oh, cuz that event, I'm not even gonna lie to you, cuz. Obviously, we're gonna just do the main events, of course. You know, Chris Smith versus Richard Riakpo. We had the gentleman versus the Midnight Train, the champion, defended his belt at home. But cuz, just give me your overall thoughts about the fight, everything, the atmosphere. I just want to know everything, what you're saying, of course, because this fight absolutely had everything. It showed grit, championship grit, heart. But I want to get your thoughts.
Where do I start? Obviously, big up the gentleman, Chris Smith, you know, defending his title. He came all the way here to defend his belt. Disappointed Riakpo's performance. I blame Madonna. I just feel that he could have done way better. I mean, look, the way I see it, the first time they fought, he won the fight. Biyenge Smith, you know, he won the fight. The way I see it, they're equal now. I think it will be good if they could have another fight. But I don't know. I feel, looking at the fight, right, the event overall was decent, but the main event, it could have been better. I mean, look, Chris Smith done what he had to do to win the fight. Okay. Riakpo, I don't know. A part of me, I feel that he was relying on the power of his right hand. And I feel that Biyenge Smith took that away from him. Other than that, it's like he had nothing else to do. It got annoying when, you know, they were doing a bit of a coley where they're cuddling each other and that, you know. But overall, yeah, Biyenge won pretty much. If anything, this is just me being nice. I think Riakpo probably just won just about 2 rounds.
Oh yeah, that's even being nice.
If I'm honest with you, like no disrespect to him, obviously I don't know him. You know, he's a boxer, whatnot. I salute him. He's from South, so big up South. But the performance was terrible, man. It was horrible. I mean, if we look at his coach was telling him, let your hands go. So I just don't understand. Like, he's getting gunshot. I don't get it. It's just a part of me. I feel that maybe, you know, the likes of him and Okolie are struggling to make cruiserweight. Maybe they should move up to bridgerweight.
Oof, maybe. Obviously,
I honestly think it's the weight that I think it's the weight that what's holding them down. I think they should move up to bridgerweight. And then, if anything, it would be nice to see for all of them, including Chris Smith here, to run it back all at bridgerweight. It'll be interesting to have Riakpo, Isaac Chamberlain, Chev, Vidal Riley, all of them on bridgerweight fight each other. But
yeah, I'm a bit 50-50 on the bridgeweight, of course, man. But before I kind of get into my overall thoughts, about the gentleman, I did obviously call it in the last show that Chris Billingsmith will do the job, and big up to the gentleman as well, and big up to Ra in the chats as well. Obviously he was there at Selhurst Park. Big up to Jams as well. Jams is obviously saying, apart from Jack Macy versus Chamberlain, this show was rubbish. Well, yeah, Fran Hennessy, yeah, was good, but yeah, it's true. It's true. A few good points. Dreadful night. So he didn't like it. The atmosphere was as bad as Saudi Arabia. Wow. And Riakport turned a Colliet.
was it that bad? Was it that bad? I mean, I enjoyed the Ben Whittaker fight. It was funny. He's always entertaining. If anything, he saved the show.
Yeah, he's an entertainer. Big up to Ben Whittaker as well. Absolutely love what he does in the ring as well. And big up to Thunder Road. He's obviously saying he's agreeing with Ra. Riakport turned into a Coley yesterday, but credit to Chris Billingsmith. He beat both, beating both fair and square. No controversy, which is true. And big up to Lucy, all the way from the States. We're gonna get into that big event in the States very soon, but she's saying, I don't want to see that again. 1-1 is fine. It's true. 1-1's good. I think this is a fair one as well. Blackpool was dreadful. So, cuz the comments is pretty much the same. Oh, look, Whittaker showboating like Roy Jones Jr., just without Roy Jones's power. And yeah, look, everyone's just going crazy in terms of the atmosphere. No energy in the entire crowd. And Chris Billingsmith should just go ahead and fight Opetaya now. Time to make it happen. I agree. And I don't want to hear the nonsense about Saudi Arabia has no atmosphere after that, because those are the sort of views on the night. You're getting a mixture of everything there, man.
Maybe because of the weather. It was raining throughout the day and it was cold. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, no excuse, but I don't know. It's just I mean, look, with Chris Billingsmith, he even admits himself he's not the great boxer. Like, every day he's learning a new skill, blah, blah, blah. But dude, he's beating these people. He's doing something good. Do you know what I mean? Not just that. Look, he's got Shane McGuigan as his coach. Shane McGuigan's got a hell of experience, whereas Riakport got, I forgot the guy's name, but yeah, it's just I don't know. I mean, look, if they were to rematch, would the outcome be the same? Possibly.
Same. I think it will be the same.
I just, you know what it is? I expected better from the main event. I expected better from Riakport, regardless if it was win, lose, joy. But I expected better because this was like, I'm assuming this fight was one of his biggest payday.
Yeah, no, it was definitely. It was the whole occasion, Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace, South Londoner. I think definitely the occasion.
You know what annoys me about fighters, right? Just in general, like they talk a good game, like they hype it up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. When they get in the ring, dude, they freeze. It's like, bro, come on, man. Where's that energy? I'm just talking about fighters in general. Like, where is that energy? So for me, it's just, I'm just disappointed, man. I'm just literally disappointed. But at the same time, look, I'm happy that, look, they both got paid. Billingsmith got the win. And let's see who's next. And if anything, if he can unify the division, then dude, I salute him,
No, definitely. Jams is obviously getting involved in the chat. And also, Ra's agreeing with what you're saying about moving up to Bridgeweight and challenge the champion. So if he can win, then he can do a unification with Lawrence Okoli, which, could be a good fight.
This is long. Like, if he's gonna move up to Bridgeweight, just fight Lawrence. Just fight Lawrence, because it's just long. All of this, fight that person, and then we unify. It's just long. Let's just make the fights happen. They're both under the same umbrella, both signed to Boxer. Just make the fight happen, Bridgeweight. Then from there, then we'll see who's the best out of them two, or do you know what I mean, or who's the best out of Britain and Bridgeweight. There's no point in him fighting somebody else. It's just long. He had the opportunity for a world title shot yesterday. He flopped. So if he gets another chance with Lawrence and Coley, then hey.
No, definitely. Everyone's just pretty much agreeing with the atmosphere and everything. So obviously, Jams is saying that Chris Billingsmith wants Ramirez next, so he's ducking Opetaya, possibly. 100%. It was the home stadium, 100th year anniversary as well. So it was his beloved Crystal Palace club. So yeah, it could be a bit of that. Lucy saying if everyone at cruiserweight is probably looking at Zerdo. It's an easy fight with a big name, which is potentially fair. So I agree with you, Lucy. And Jams, I would only class it as a duck if an actual offer was tabled to fight Jay Opataya, which is true. So we don't know if any offers has obviously been put into place. What did you guys think of? Yep, last night we're going to get into the states very soon. That's obviously going to be the main event of the topic that we're going to discuss before moving on to our upset. There was an upset yesterday, cuz of course, during the big one in Puerto Rico. Sabrail Matias, of course. We saw an upset, cuz, and boy, it was just absolutely crazy, man. What do you think, man? What's your thoughts?
If I'm honest with you, that was the first time I've watched him fight. Yeah, I don't know much about him. I mean, you rage about him, say he's the boogeyman. Everybody's avoiding him, but I didn't really see. Well, clearly he's not the boogeyman. He got beaten fair and square. So it's just a thing where he's lost his opportunity to unify the division now. Looks like the division is open. It looks like what's his name? Is it Parole?
Parole, yeah.
Parole. He could be a threat. Do you know what I mean? He could be the threat. You know, so it'll be interesting just to see. You know, I don't know. I mean, is there a rematch clause there?
I believe so. I believe so. Possibly, if you know Eddie's possibly got a rematch clause in that somehow. Wearing a belly as a champion, getting smoked at home on home country is a madness, which is crazy. I agree with you, brother, and thank you so much, Major K-Dot, for joining in to the show. And look, Jams is obviously agreeing with Ra. They flat out asked him about Jay, and he didn't even acknowledge it. He went straight into Zordo. So Poro obviously showed his class to beat Mateus in the back foot boxing. So big up to you, Jams. Good analysis as well. Paro's a good fighter. I think Eddie Hearn has no rematch clause. So I don't think there is a rematch clause for Mateus. So yeah, crazy night, cuz crazy.
I've said this already, right? We need to have an undisputed champion in that division now. It's just, let's not long it out. Yeah, let's have a champion by 2025. Right, let's just make it happen. You got Haney, you got Lopez, you got Parole, you got who else? Pitbull. Let's just make it happen, man, because it's just getting long now.
It is, and big up to
I literally thought Matias was going to do the job. I thought, like, hey, he's going to knock him out. Then, do you know what I mean? Who's next? I don't know, Pitbull, whatnot. But for me, it's just, I don't believe the hype no more. I don't believe the hype. Everyone talks about this person, this person, that. I don't believe the hype no. Until I see them fight someone, then I'll be like, yeah, this person's serious. But I don't believe the hype no more. So, wasn't really impressed with his performances anyway. Do you know what I mean? If I'm honest with you, and you know, it was just shocking. It was just terrible. He's no longer the boogeyman. He's no longer the boogeyman. So who is the current boogeyman in 140 division?
What, 140? Is there a boogeyman at the moment? I don't think so. So Lucy's obviously saying that let Mateus go fight Progress, since he's always talking about him. Yeah, I think he was also distracted as well, man. I think in his mind he overlooked Parole, and look what happened yesterday. We have to big up Parole on that night as well. He done a tremendous job to just, you know, box on the back foot, showed his class in the ring, and away from home as well, he just produced the result. So you got to big up to Parole, and obviously Thunder Road, big up to your brother. He's obviously saying both Parole and Matias are matchroom fighters. I doubt there'll be a rematch clause. Eddie will take the winner to a bigger fight, and then the other will rebuild. So yeah, no rematch. They wanted the homecoming in Australia for look, versus Progress. Could be a good fight for him. And the boogeyman at 140 is vacant, which is a fair point. The title of boogeyman. So
if Progress fights Parole and wins, so he's back in the mix.
He's a champion again. Yeah, he's a champion again. So not a big deal. Like, he lost plenty of good fighters for him. I don't see it as a big deal. It's true. We need to also talk about it, cuz, as well, before we obviously go into the main event. When a fighter loses, cuz, it's not the end of the world, man. It's just, it happens. You know, these things happen. It's boxing. You know, it was Paro's night, and Matthias can come back stronger, man. So I agree with Ra. And Jams is obviously saying, I think Paro becomes the boogeyman now at 140, which is a fair point. And he may, but there's yet. So look, it's a good point. It's a very, very good point. And old man Barroso.
Yeah.
Barroso, look,
Yeah.
who wants to face the power of a man who's 60 years old? Now, big up to Thunder Road.
Look what he done to O'Hara Davis.
Oh,
I personally think he beat Rowley as well.
Forgot, yeah. A lot of people forgot about Barroso.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about Barroso, you know, because, but yeah, because we're obviously coming up to the timing because we have to be very mindful that England are playing. So, you know, people like Jams is obviously going to be supporting England. So let's get down to the main event as well. So before we go into the main event, big up to Neutral. He obviously did the watch along yesterday with Rico yesterday, our brother. And look, I just want to play a quick, brief clip of the watch along yesterday from Neutral, who is our Jim Watt of watch along boxing commentary.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Tank's trying to batter him in the corner, but the movement from Frank is good at the minute. Oh, he's got him. Oh, he's got him. Tank's done it again. Oh, the fucking hell. What a punch, Rico. He's got him. How does this keep happening with this boy? How does this keep happening? My God, what a fucking punch.
What a effing punch there, cuz. Look, we've got the punch right here, cuz. If they needed a picture for that punch that Javante Tank Davis produced on the night, just truly, truly, truly special. He obviously retains his WBA lightweight title. And cuz, big up to Tank, big up to both warriors, because during the build-up, they did, you know, give us a spicy one. Tank, you know, he was up for it. It was a big scrap as well. We obviously had Benavidez on that card as well, which was tremendous. It was just great to see, you know, two explosive fighters in Tank and Benavidez, you know, hold a card. And cuz it was just truly, truly, truly tremendous. So big up, big up, big up, big up. Look, what's your thoughts, cuz, man, on the tremendous?
It was a good event. It was a good main event. I actually salute Frank Martin. To be fair, I do think he can become a world champion. He will, you know, he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. I think he'll give some people in that division problems, you know, because the thing is that, look, all right, Tank is he's just a different breed, you know. Tank was just walking him down, and I just felt that Frank was getting carried away. Don't get me wrong, there was a few good shots he gave Tank, but I just feel that Tank does it all the time, where when it comes mid-round, it's like, you're tired already now. That's time for him to turn up. Do you know what I mean? Because he was down on the scorecards. He was down until round 8. Night. That's what she wrote.
Yeah, no, of course, night. And big up to Mr. Styles 619 as well. It's obviously good to have you in the chat all the way from Canada, Toronto. Obviously, big up. Jams is obviously saying it was something special and made Martin's face went messy in the close-up, which is true. Frank Martin's a good, solid fighter. We also agree. Jams is obviously getting, you know, his shout out from Mr. Styles 619 and also Lucy and Ra. And yeah, everyone's just pretty much getting involved in the chat, of course. So Chrissy Cyborg, yeah, big up to you, Jams, for giving us the scoop on that one. But we're now talking about Tank, because I'm not gonna lie, it was the 100th championship night at the MGM Grand. Tank obviously won his 30th fight. He's got 30 wins, 28 of those wins being via KO. He's got a tremendous record. In the presser, he obviously said that he wants them all. He wants Shakur, he wants Lomachenko, he wants all the big fighters. But what I wanted to ask you is, after a performance like that, cuz, who would you like to see Tank in the ring with in terms of style, in terms of it being a good fight, and also commercially, what fight would make sense for Tank if you were his manager?
Luma.
Lomachenko.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. Yeah. Or Shakur Stevens, because some people might argue, say, well, Lomachenko is no longer in his prime because he's older. But I still think he's good. He beat Cambosis. Do you know what I mean? Easy win. So age is nothing but a number. But I think that
number.
Yeah, that will do. I believe. I don't know. Do you feel that? Okay, this is a question I want to ask you and the boxer community.
Let's have it.
Pay-per-view wise, what will do more numbers? Stevenson and Tank, or Lomachenko and Tank?
All right, yeah, I'll answer that straight away. Obviously, big up to Jams. He's obviously saying he wants Shakur versus Tank. That's the fight that I want to see as well. And it kind of leads me on to my answer. In fact, Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tank Davis is the fight that needs to happen next. The reason why it needs to happen next is because both guys, you're looking at the future of boxing right now in terms of the next super fight. You know, we had Lennon versus Hearns. We had Hagler versus Hearns. We had, you know, these big fights. You know, Sugar Shane Mosley versus Oscar De La Hoya at the time. You know, we've had Mayweather Pacquiao. So I think this one would be the next top fight, man. So let's see it. Let's see it happening. Guys, get involved. Look, Shakur's a free agent in a few weeks. Ooh, so chat, don't forget to, big up Thunder Road. Thank you so much. Make sure you do the thumbs up for us. It obviously goes a long way to support the channel. And in the States, Shakur for sure. But in Europe, Lomachenko, which is the fight, look, both in their prime, which makes sense. Look, everyone's Tank versus Loma would be bigger, but I'd rather see Tank versus Stevenson, which is a fair point. And I'm not too sure what that is. And big up Mr. Styles. Because all I'm going to say is the Lomachenko fight should have happened years ago.
Of course.
But, you know, due to Mayweather obviously being his manager at the time, they didn't want to, you know, entertain that kind of situation at the time. But I think that ship is sailed. But that it's still there because Lomachenko's the champion. But for the fight fans, for the purists, for the ones that want to see the best fight the best, I think I want to see Tank versus Stevenson. And I could imagine a scenario where you got Mayweather in Shakur's corner and then you got Elubi in Tank's corner. I think that will create a mad dynamics there, considering what's happened, you know, in these past few weeks, man.
Too early to say, but who do you see winning that fight? Tank v Stevens.
You know me, cause I'm quite biased, man. That's why I'd rather, you know, give it out there to the community. Because look, I'm gonna go for my boy Tanks, man. Tank. I reckon Tank will get the win. Gervonta Davis. He's gonna show his class, and he's gonna eventually break him down, and it will be a big super fight, man. So that's what I'm going for. But fans, get involved. Let us know what you're saying, people. Zepeda, literally going to be mandatory. Ooh. And look, happy Father's Day, cuz. Sorry about that, cuz. We should have, you know, I've said that to you off air anyway, but happy Father's Day to you. Happy Daddy's Day. So big up to the fathers in the chat, of course. So, cuz, you tell me, Lomachenko.
What with Luma and Tank, I'm definitely going for Tank. With Shakur Stevenson, based on their skills and their boxing IQ, etc., I would say it's a 50-50. You know, I'll say it's a 50-50 because, like, I don't know. I don't want to, you know, I would say the bookies will have Tank, but it could be a thing where the winner of that fight, it could go to distance. It could be unanimous decision or split decision. Do you know what I mean? Or even a draw. So I don't know, but it'll be a fight. If they can make it next, it'll be amazing. But my understanding is that Shakur Stevenson's got one more fight left with Top Rank, or is he completely free now?
A few more weeks and then he's going to be gone. So Lucy's clearly a Stevenson fan, so she's saying, look, he beats him, and I'll take Tank over Lomachenko, which is a fair point. Shakur Stevenson or Lomachenko. That we're going for Shakur Stevenson, Mr. Styles 619, and Shakur is the one fighter with skill to outbox Tank, but I think he will eventually make the one mistake Tank needs to land that one equalizer. And because I think what we saw also yesterday during the build-up as always, Tank, we saw his character. We saw, you know, a bit of how he is. You know, I felt that under Mayweather, so that we're kind of steering off topic, he weren't really himself. We didn't really get to see his character. He was the spotlight and everything was kind of taken away from him. But, you know, for a big event yesterday at the MGM Grand, for the 100th championship fight in that historic place, you know, he produced a tremendous knockout. And because it's the celebration for me. I said it throughout the weeks, man, and we showed clips of the backflip. It's something that Tank does is just truly special. And that's why, for me, if you're going to have a order for faces of boxing, Canelo, Tank number 2, and who's number 3? That's what I wanted to find out from people. Would you put AJ number 3 in terms of his commercial value?
What? Yo, sorry. You say, okay, Canelo number 1, and you're saying Tank over AJ?
1,000%, cuz 1,000,000,000%. He's a champion. Yeah, you know, he's a champion. He's defending his belt right now. He is the man right now. He is the man right now, man. He produces the goods, never disappoints. His record speaks for itself. Yes, you can argue about some of the opponents that he's possibly gone through, but now I think he's in his prime. And look, I just want to see him now fight, you know, the likes of Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, Haney, Teofimo Lopez. Bring on the champions. Pitbull 2, would like to see that eventually. So, cause there's a lot of potential great fights that I want to see as well, man. So, you disagree with that? Well, let me hear, man. Let me hear what you're saying.
Yes, Canelo, definitely number 1. AJ, definitely number 2. Then might even slip in Fury there as well. Then Tank, because I'm just thinking of commercial value. AJ does. So correct if I'm all right.
Fury, not Fury, man.
All right. Okay. But in terms of numbers, stadium fights. Come on, G. Pay-per-views. Also, I know Tank does pay-per-views, but
no, Tank. I think Tank's on another scale, man. AJ's not really doing them kind of numbers, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, because when you're talking about, and look, I think we're gonna cover these kind of topics, you know, during the way. No, we've got a few comments in the chat, man. So let's run through some of the comments before
England game's about to start soon. Yeah.
The England game is going to start as well. So we'll quickly run through some of the comments before we wrap up, of course. But yeah, obviously Jams is saying Ryan's been chatting shit about tapping up. Ooh, yep, disgusting. Yep, it's true. It is true. Garcia deserved it. So we're talking about what's going on. Fury's not that high. Look, Lucy is agreeing. Ra, I hope so, bro. As for Tank, the most exciting guy in boxing right now. Also, what about Sweet Hands? Yep, we know about that situation. It's a madness. He can pull it off, and it would be dangerous in the crowd. So, cuz, look, it would be. Look, I need to learn that backflip on the dance floor. Ra, I'm sure you can learn that in a few weeks, man. You're that guy, my brother.
A quick one. Just a quick one. I saw that video got leaked of Tank and Haney sparring. Now, I know Tank got ass whooping, but again, this is sparring. This was years ago. That's a fight I would like to see right now before the Shakur Stevenson, before the Luma, Haney and Tank. That's a fight I want to see.
No, I think that fight, yeah, it's not going to be interesting right now, man. But to be fair, Haney, because he's still the WBC champion at 140, that would be a fight that would make sense for Tank, because Tank could go up and he can grab that belt and be simultaneously two champions across two divisions. So I definitely think if that fight does happen, he's winning that fight, definitely. I think he's the man right now, and he showed his class. And I think we don't appreciate Tank's boxing IQ, because throughout the fight, he was mentally draining Martin. And you saw the tactic was to get him into the later rounds, get him tired, which when you're tired, you make mistakes. We saw a slip up and bang. There it was, man. The coup de grace.
Okay.
So, yes, people. So before we wrap up, of course, we have to big up D-Rock, of course, for working in association with D-Rock. So guys, make sure you go into the description and just have a look at the website. If there's anything that you like on the website, and we've obviously got Jams in the chat, who's obviously supported the movement by, utilizing that discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you can get a tracksuit like ours. Chris Biyenge, aka Mr. Sports Entertainment, love the energy. And guys, the schedule next week is going to be a busy one. So Monday, we're obviously going to release another show because Aisha's actually off on a pilgrimage trip. So when she's back, Green Diamond will be back. Then Tuesday, we've obviously got Stay Weighed In. And we've also got the Across the Way show featuring Rico and Chill Dollar Bill. Wednesday, we've obviously got the Roundup. We're back here. Thursdays, R&R Hour. Fridays, we're going to have the Hard Talk's going to be back on Friday. Saturday, watch-alongs. And then Sundays, we're back here with the Roundup. So people, thank you so much for your support. We wanted to obviously do this show for you guys as well. So, yeah, cuz wrap us up, of course. But once again, big up to the champions, big up to the new champion, and big up to every single warrior that puts everything on the line just for our entertainment. And big up to the fans. And enjoy the game, people. Lucy's saying all the way from the States. So, England, have you got the bottle? Let's have it.
Yeah, guys, thank you for supporting us. Thank you for tuning in. Keep tuning in. Have a lovely, productive week. We shall see you again on Wednesday. Come on, England. Peace and love.
It's another bang. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me.